Hi, welcome to my channel. In today's class, we'll be solving this quadratic equation. Last class, we solved using completing the square method. And in completing the square method, we'll see the steps involved in solving quadratic equation using completing the square method, where we said if the highest power of x has a coefficient, we divide through by that coefficient. Then, after simplifying, then we take half the coefficient of x, square it, and add to both sides of the equation, then we simplify. That is using completing the square method. And we also derive the formula that we can use to solve any quadratic equation, where we say the formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2. So that is the formula, mathematical formula, not almighty formula, please. So mathematical formula to solve any equation involving quadratic equation. So in today's class, we'll be looking at solving quadratic equation using factorization. And if time warrants, then we'll also look at the formula and then substitute and compare the two results to see if they are equal. So now, using completing the square method, factorization to solve this quadratic. So now, to solve this problem using factorization, what we need to do is to multiply the first time by the last time. Multiply these two entries, 10x squared times 3 will give us 30x squared. Then now we'll be looking for two factors, such that when we multiply the two factors, we are going to have this value, 30x squared. And the same factor, when we add them, we are going to have the middle value, which is 17x. So now, the same value, if we add, we are going to have 17x. If we multiply, we are going to have 30x squared. That is for the factorization. So now, if I say 6 times 5 is 30, right? But 6 plus 5 is not equal to 17. It's not equal to 17. So therefore, 6 and 5 is not a value, or they are not a coefficient. Of course, if I say 1 times 30 is 30, but 1 plus 30 is 31, so it's not equal to 17. So therefore, 1 and 30 is also not a suitable coefficient in this case. So, but what if I say 2 times 15 is of course 30? And 2 plus 15 will of course give me 17. So therefore 2 and 15 are my corresponding coefficient, or my corresponding values of which I'm looking for. So I'll say 2x and 15x. If we multiply 2x times 15x will give us 30x squared. And 2x plus 15x will give us 17x. So now, instead of writing the middle number here, I can substitute it like this value. Right? So now, if we substitute, we write the equation now as 10x squared. Instead of 17, I will have plus 2x plus 15x, which is still 17x plus 3 equal to 0. Now, I'm going to compare these two. Remove what is common between these two. What is common between these two is 2x. So if I remove 2x out, factor out 2x from 10x squared, what will be left with is 5x, because 2 times 5 is 10, x times x is x squared, right? Next is when you remove 2x, what will be left here is 1, because 2x times 1 is still 2x. So I have this as 1 factor, then plus. This one also, what is common between 15 and 3? Of course 3 is common, right? So if I remove 3 out of 15x, what will be left is 5x, because 3 times 5 is 15x. Then plus, remove 3 in 3, what will be left is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. So now we have factored out this and it's equal to 0. So if you look at these two brackets, they are equal. If they are not equal, then something is wrong somewhere. So we need to find that missing value. And if they are equal, then we can simply take one of the value, meaning 5x plus 1, and this one, 2x plus 3, equal to 0. So it means one of this value is equal to 0. So now if we consider the first value to be equal to 0, meaning 5x plus 1, if it is equal to 0, then this implies that 5x plus 1 if it is equal to 0, 5x is equal to minus 1, where plus 1 crosses the equality. So the value of x will now be equal to minus 1 over 5. We divide this by the coefficient of x. So x is minus 1 over 5 as the first value of x. Or if the second value is equal to 0, meaning if 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, then the value of x is now going to be, take this one to cross the equality, 2x is equal to minus 3. So we're looking for x to be divided by minus 2. So x is equal to minus 3 over 2. So it's either the value of x is minus 1 over 5 or the value of x is minus 3 over 5 over 2. So now this is how to solve any quadratic equation using factorization. So let's see if we are to use the formula method, and we know that the formula they say is minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac all over 2a. So now if this is the formula and we're asked to simplify or to solve this quadratic equation using the formula, let us see whether we're going to have the same value for x to be minus 1 over 5 or minus 3 over 2. So now substituting the value of x in this equation, comparing this equation, the problem when the equation is given as 10x squared plus 17x plus 3 is equal to 0. So now if I compare this equation by the general quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So the value of a is now equal to this 10. The value of b is equal to this 17, and the value of c is equal to this 10. Meaning a is equal to 10, b is equal to 17. They are all positive. So c is equal to 3. So if they are negative, we need to consider the negative value attached to each value. So since they are positive, we don't need to worry. Everything is positive. So now we substitute the values into this formula and find the corresponding value. So we say we have x is equal to b. Our b is 17. So we have b is minus b. We have minus 17 plus or minus square root of b squared, which is 17 squared. Right? Then minus 4 times a is 10, times c is 3. Then divide this by 2a, meaning 2 times a and a is 10. Right? So we simplify this. X is equal to minus 17 plus or minus square root of 17 squared. Now 17 squared is 289. Minus 4 times 10 is 40 times 3 is 210. Divided by 2 times 10 is 20. Right? So next is x is equal to minus 17 plus or minus square root of 289 minus 210. 169. So it's 169. Then divided by 20. So square root of 169 is 13. So I have x is equal to minus 17 plus or minus 13 divided by 20. So we have two values of x. So it's either x1, take the positive sign. x1 is either minus 17 plus 13 divided by 20. So we have minus 17 plus 13 is equal to minus 17 plus 13 is minus 4 divided by 20. So 2 here is 2, 2 here is 10, 2 here is 1, 2 here is 5. So we have x1 is equal to minus 1 over 5 as the value of x1. Then the value of x2 is take the one with the negative sign, which is minus 17 minus 13 over 20. So minus 17 minus 13 is minus 30 divided by 20. 0 over 0. So we have x2 is equal to minus 3 over 2. So are they the same? If we compare it with this one, the first value of x is minus 1 over 5, which is the same to this, minus 1 over 5, and the second value of x is minus 3 over 2. The second value of x is here, is also minus 3 over 2. So now, if you use either of these methods, either factorization, formula method, or completing the square method with it, either we're going to have the same value or the same answer for x, which is minus 1 over 5 and minus 3 over 2. So if you find this interesting, please give us a thumbs up. And if you are visiting the channel for the first time, kindly like, subscribe, and hit on the notification bell. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate to drop it on the comment section. I'll see you some other time with another exciting episode on Math.